And welcome this morning at 7 a.m. We're going to get started letting you know about some great information this morning. Right off the bat, we have Cheryl Braswell. Good morning.
Good morning, Sandra. How are you?
I'm great, and so glad you're here to talk to us about your money, your life. I'll tell you, it is your life because it seems like we are consumed with, we need information because we're so consumed with all the changes.
Yep.
I mean,
lots and lots.
And we can't keep up.
No.
I mean, we need somebody like you to keep up, to help us keep up. So let's get started out of the gate.
Yeah.
What are the big changes this year in Medicare?
A bunch. We've been talking about this a little bit, over the last month or so, and so, obviously we're helping people make changes now, and I kind of made a list of things that seem to be the most prominent changes that we're seeing going on, and of course, I guess the biggest thing, from a local aspect, Humana, their Medicare Advantage plan is just, it's not being accepted at a lot of places starting in, January 1, starting the new year.
Okay.
So those folks are having to look for, other coverage. And so then you start finding all the other little things that are, changing, as a result of having to make that change. Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and address, I like it when our viewers want to call in and ask our guests to provide information. A lady heard on the WakeMed websites where she saw it. She must go there or something and go to their website. But she said that she saw where United Insurance was becoming unaffiliated with Medicare Advantage.
Yes.
Now, that's not the case throughout.
Correct.
Right? Can you correct that?
Yeah, what's happening right now, and y'all, this is something that happens about every other year, is basically United Healthcare is negotiating with WakeMed, and WakeMed's negotiating with United Healthcare. So they always throw out there that, they won't be covered. You may not be covered in January, because their negotiations are still ongoing.
Right.
And, this was last year was the same situation.
Right.
And,
so that's if you go to WakeMed.
Yes.
That's if you go to WakeMed. That's not for your primary doctor or anything like that.
Right.
I just want y'all to not get worried.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And seriously, call your doctor if you're really worried about it. Call your doctor and check in with them, because we've had situations in the past where a company, be it United Healthcare, Aetna, Mutual of Omaha, whoever it was, their plan wasn't going to be accepted by this hospital, but all the doctors' offices that are in that area, they're going to accept it.
Yeah.
So it's confusing, convoluted, and a pain to deal with. But you just got to protect yourself. And so call those folks or call us, and we can do the research and find out what the situation it actually is.
This is our resident official financial guy. So call his office. Call 316-8166. If you have any questions or concerns like that, just call Cheryl.
Yep.
But anyway, so you want to talk about prescriptions?
Yeah. The thing this year, the biggest changes, one, the formularies have changed. Now, what do I mean by that? Okay, let's just say that today you have the example Mutual of Omaha as your drug plan, as your prescription plan, and it's perfect for you. Everything's working just wonderfully well. You're happy. Well, you need to have somebody like us check it out, because all of the plans are making changes, and what is perfect today may be absolutely horrible on January 1st.
Yes.
It's going to change. I mean, the one thing I can about guarantee you with Medicare is it's going to change.
Yes.
Things are going to change some every year. So, we can run, we have a little program that runs all the plans that are available, and it gives us like 25, on average, 25 plans that person may be eligible for. Tells you the cost breakdown by the month. So it's going to tell you, like in January of 26, this is what you're going to pay. If you're doing it on a quarterly basis, say you get your drugs 90 days at a time, January you're going to pay this. Right. April, you're going to pay this. It breaks it down for you by the quarter, so you know real closely what your out-of-pocket expense is going to be, for those prescriptions. The big other huge thing is the premiums for the drug plans are exploding.
I'm hearing that everywhere.
They are truly going up, 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 up. And again, you can still find plans that are very good, that are, not so expensive. And it's just, you just got to look. And again, that's what we do, is find that. And I will tell you, y'all, it's hard to find somebody to help you with prescription drug plans, because the compensation for us doing a drug plan, the minute I start working on a drug plan, I'm losing money every minute.
Wow.
It's just, there is no profitability in, us doing a drug plan for somebody. But, you got to have some help. You got to have some help. So,
absolutely.
we hopefully we have other business with a person and it works out. But that is definitely one of the hard things you're going to find, is just getting somebody to help you with a drug plan this year. And, and when I said that, your plan may not be working for you on January 1st, because they may not cover those drugs anymore.
Yes.
Because that changes every year. The what they call the formulary, the plant drugs that are covered, that changes every single year. And I've seen this year a lot more change, it seems like. I mean, it just seems like there's just a lot more of the drugs that, this year we're not covering that, and you got to go find someone else, who does that. So
it's just tough with the prescriptions.
It is.
Well, somebody told me that their Blue Cross went up $200.
I can believe it. Yeah.
$200.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that a bit? Why are we allowing the insurance companies to do that, though?
That's a good question. This is what I do for a living.
Is it our insurance commissioner?
They have to approve rate increases. Most of your prescription and Medicare things are more at a federal level, and so it's negotiating going on between the insurance companies and the government. A couple of years back, we had a pretty significant change in prescription plans, and they cut to what I thought, they made some cuts that were not smart, were not well thought out. And I thought, no insurance company, no business can afford to take that kind of a hit.
Yes.
And I just felt like it was going to take 2 or 3 years for that to kind of be worked out and corrected, or whatever we can to make it a better situation. It's going to be, prescription plans are going to be volatile for another couple of years anyway, I feel like. The whole Medicare world, it's just going to be kind of in turmoil for a couple of years. And of course that also feeds into the general day-to-day health insurance situation. It's same type of thing. COVID had a big hit on all that. It just really affected everything. It's going to take a while to refigure it. Yeah, it will.
Well. All right. So what if somebody picked the wrong plan? Is there any help if they pick the wrong plan?
Yeah, and it happens. And I tell folks, as people are coming in and we're helping them get a plan set up, I will tell them, here's your plan code number. Call your doctor's office and say, hey, I'm getting ready to change to this. Do you accept it? And we've already looked them up in the system, and we know that, yes, the doctor accepts it, but sometimes there's still a little snafu in there. And so I always tell people, go, call your doctor tomorrow, and if they
Yes.
say no, you call me back, let me know, and we'll contact that doctor's office and make sure that, yes, because sometimes they don't realize they're going to be on that network
Right.
next year.
Right.
So I'd rather, do too much preparation to make sure everything's going to work out versus finding out,
Yes, absolutely.
I don't have any coverage,
Well,
and-
that's what's so good about going to somebody like you, Cheryl. You will contact the insurance company if you have to. You'll contact the doctor's office for them. I mean, and you get a free consultation with
Yeah.
Cheryl too.
Yeah.
So, and call please. But anyway,
yeah.
so what else do we have this morning?
The probably the most changes this year have been in folks that have Medicare Advantage plans, and here the things that I have seen, the most prevalent probably is that this year and in years past, if you had a Medicare Advantage plan, you had a daily hospital copay if you were admitted to the hospital. And it was kind of in the $200 to maybe $250, $275 range. And this year, that number's gone to $450 a day, And yesterday, I can't remember the plan we were looking at, but it actually was knocked out. It was $500 for the daily copay. You'll have a lot of plans currently and in the past have been, if you go see your doctor for a quote, well visit or just, some minor thing, you might not have a copay at all, or it might be like $20.
Right.
That number is now very common to see $30, $35
Yes.
for that. There's still some that are lower, but most of them are moving, to a higher number there. And specialists, we were always seeing those around $25 to $30.
Yes.
Now they're going, $30 to $50.
Yes.
Is what we're seeing, for that copay for your specialist. And, a lot of Advantage plans had some type of dental benefit, some sum of money that could be used towards dental care. And that, on average was $1,000, maybe $1,500 benefit. Not so much coming next year. It's
Really?
we're seing like $500 is seems to be more and more common.
anything
when
get
I'm looking
better?
them up. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's
in this arena.
Yeah,
in this
it's
arena.
it's the Advantage plans are really changing a lot this year, and they're eliminating things like the dental.
Right.
Those benefits are going down. Eye care. Well, usually when they say eye care, they're talking about money they'll give you to have eyeglasses or to get frames. Or
Right.
That number is reducing. So yeah, you got to pay attention if something's really important to you, because I will ask people, tell me how you use this plan.
Yes. What is important to you?
What is important?
Do you want to use it for eye care
Yeah.
this year because you got something coming up? Dental, like you said. You've got to tell Cheryl what is important to you.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
your plan. So and you can help them.
Yeah, and also, this seems to be more this year than I've had in the past. I've got folks who have been on, a Medicare Advantage plan for whatever reason, it's not working for them.
Right.
And they want to, can I go back to a Medicare supplement plan? And you can. There are caveats, though. There's process that you have to follow
Right.
to do it. And the companies are good about, I've had several people who wanted to do that. And I was actually on the phone in one of the cases because it was a person who was having some, just older lady having some issues, just trying to understand everything that was going on. And the companies are great, about helping you do that, because
Yes.
making sure you do the process correctly, and so you'll have the coverage without having to worry about any kind of medical loss of coverage because of a pre-existing condition. You don't have to worry about that if it's done right.
Right.
And even, if you're in a situation where you can't change without underwriting, every company is different in things that they want to accept or things that they won't touch. And so again, we shop around and find out, if I've got, there are companies that do not want to have people with diabetic issues. Mm-hmm. And there are companies that say, okay, we'll take you if you're diabetic as long as you, don't exceed certain numbers, and
Right.
it's not something that you can't achieve. It's there are things there that we can make it work.
Mm-hmm.
You can make it work and you can get covered. It takes a little bit of time to do it.
Right.
And this year it's been much better. I say better. The thing that I encountered over the last couple of years that was very frustrating is when we were trying to help people do this, the Medicare supplement plans were experiencing tremendous rate increases. And so, I'd have somebody come in, we were able to find them a plan that was a little less expensive, and we got them enrolled in it. We were able to get them enrolled in it. And then, almost as soon as we get them enrolled, they get a rate increase on that plan, and they were right back where they were. It was just, it got to the place where I was just telling folks, we can give it a try here, but I don't. Whereas used to, we would do it, and we were confident in that we were able to lower someone's premium and help them out. But this last year and a half, 2 years, has just been hard trying to get that done, and that seems to be changing. So hopefully that'll be the trend, for a couple of years here. That rates will be a little bit better on the supplement side.
Good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Mm-hmm. And you talked about making the can I make a correction? I got off on another rabbit trail. Sorry about that.
No problem.
Between January the 1st and March the 31st is what is called the Medicare Advantage Open Enrollment Period.
Open enrollment.
Yeah, we're in annual enrollment period right now, from
Right.
October 15, December 7. Open enrollment, January 1, March 31. You can make changes in your Medicare Advantage plan, and you can make changes in your prescription plan.
Okay.
So if you find out at the last minute that hey, these drugs that I really need are not going to be
Yes.
covered, there's hope. There's an option to be able to make some corrections.
Pay attention to your dates, folks, because
Yes.
open enrollment for Medicare is until December 7th.
Right.
Is that
The
correct?
annual enrollment period
Annual
till
enrollment.
December 7.
But you can still change your prescription plan and your Medicare Advantage January 1 through
March 31.
31.
Yeah.
3 months, January, February, March. I just suggest you call Cheryl because I can't keep up with all this. And I know, if I know it's hard.
Yeah.
So 316-8166, make an appointment.
Yes, please.
With Cheryl.
And this time of year, y'all, I'm going to tell you, we're not going to answer the phone.
Right.
Please leave a message, and we'll get back to you. And it may take a day or so.
Yes, but you
to
will
do
call
that.
back.
Yeah, we will. And the one thing I'm finding out this year, I watch my phone constantly. And do we have? Are we showing any messages have come in? And I discovered that one day I thought, I've not had any messages pop up all day. Oh, this is crazy. And so I just checked it. When I had a minute, I checked it. I had 12 messages that were not showing up.
Right.
And some of them were from the day before, and I'm like, how in the heck does that happen? But
Never know.
You never know. So
With equipment.
yeah, it was crazy, but yeah. And I tell you, one other thing that's changing a bunch of is you may be on a PPO plan, you may not be on one come January. The companies are trying to move away from those and move to the HMO model. which that you have to pay attention to make sure
Right.
your doctors, the hospital are all on board with that particular plan. So again, give us a call. Let's sit down and talk and
Yes.
figure out what's going to work best for you.
Well, I promise you, we need help with information like this. We really do. So, Cheryl, where are you located?
880 Country Club Road. When you come out of the front door of the Pizza Inn, look to the left, that across the street, I call it the business condominium sitting there. We're in the unit on the right-hand end, closest to the intersection.
Right. Very easy access.
Yeah,
in
it
there.
is. We're fortunate we have good parking.
Yes, you do.
Easy to get in and out of. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Cheryl.
Yes, ma'am.
And we're going to be calling you. I know you'll get a lot of calls from this, and I appreciate you helping our viewers
Mm-hmm.
and answering questions for our viewers. And hopefully you all will go ahead and get your appointment because let me tell you, December 7th is coming.
It is. It is.
It's coming fast.
A lot quicker than we realize.
And
Yeah.
we need to go ahead and get those subscription plans and all of that taken care of too. The whole thing, Cheryl can take care of the whole thing
Yeah.
right there. So
Yeah.
anyway, thank you, Cheryl, for coming this morning. We'll be right back with you right after that, right after this with Fred George. We're going to see what he has in store. And I guarantee you it's gold.